Hi folks, Dave Schmidt here. It's the afternoon of August 25th. It's nice to be back with you again this week. First of all, I want to address what happened on the radio program last week. All I know is it appeared to be a cyber attack. Now, I have been working with Blog Talk Radio. They never got back to me. They could not explain what happened. But all I know, 10 seconds into the program when the music was playing, everything stopped. I had no sound. We went through all of our initial pre-air sound checks. Everything was appearing to be good. And then it went kaput. Don't know, but it appears I had another cyber attack last week. That tells you something. Well, somebody doesn't like what I'm having to say. I want to thank all of you that join me week after week because you come back, so you obviously like what I'm having to say. Thank you so much. Okay, what's going on out there? Wow, the stock market. I have been around the stock market as a part-time market trader for close to 18 years now. I have never seen what we have seen in the last 3 and 4 days. Friday of last week, the Dow dropped over 500 points. Now, it's normal for a market to drop 10% off of its high. That is considered a normal market correction. And this market was way past due for a correction. But you know what I know. We're coming up with shifts and changes. We're expecting changes to our huge financial system. Well, that was Friday. And Friday, it dropped below its 10%. So it was now beyond correction. Well, what happened over the weekend was amazing. The futures markets opened up on Sunday evening. Things started going berserk. And when the market opened on Monday morning, now here on the Pacific Coast, it's 6:30. Within 10 minutes, it was down over 1,100 points. I've never seen that. That is the single largest short span drop ever in the history of the stock market. It rebounded back. It came back very strongly. And it had even come back to the point to where it, 1,100 points, I think it came back even 800 points to where at one point down it was only around 300. And then in the last half hour, it just dropped again. Well, today looked like it was going to rebound. Early in the morning and through most of the morning, it was back up 300, 400, and 500 points. And then in the last hour of the trading, panic set back in, and it dropped close to 600 points in 1 hour, and it ended up down over 200 points for the day. We're here, folks. We're starting to see the market crash. We're starting to see these shifts and changes that I've talked about. I would encourage you, if you want to know what's going on, go to my YouTube page, go back and browse through the last 6 and 7 weeks of my YouTube videos, and in there you'll see the messages about how to prepare for the upcoming currency or market collapse. This is the first step of it. Now, behind the scenes, some people, this is all a set stage to move toward our global shift, our market shift, our potential GCR. I'll talk about more of that on the radio program tomorrow night. Now, the next topic. Congratulations to the 11 people who have been in Hong Kong with the True Vision of Peace project fundings. They have been there last week and early this week. They had received their business licenses and they were opening up their bank accounts. I've been talking with the ambassador for the last couple of days. They're all underway. A second wave of people are going in this week and early next week. They're in the process of projects being funded. And I can't give dates, but it's anticipating sometime maybe in the next 2 to 4 weeks they're actually going to get their funds. But they had to open up bank accounts in Hong Kong. That was part of the priority of what they were doing for this. Now, what else is going on out there about all this private RV exchanges going on? Lots and lots of rumors taking place about private exchanges. Let me say this. A private exchange is a private exchange. It is by invitation only, and you have to be on their list. Now, all of the private exchanges that I am aware of, their lists have been closed for over a year, And all of the private exchange, I should private list, all the private lists that I am aware of. They've been closed for over a year, and all of the private lists that I am aware of are requiring them to sign an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement. Some of you have been emailing me asking what is going on, and here's what I can say. I don't know. Why? If they're all signing NDAs, I'm going to be the last one that they're going to tell what's going on. Why? Hello, I'm here on YouTube, in newsletters, out to the world. They aren't going to tell me what's going on, so I really don't know what's taking place out there. Are they real? Are they legit? Is this really taking place? I guess time will tell. That's all I can say. They're all signing NDAs, and I'm going to be the last one that they're going to tell. Okay, now what else do I have coming up here? Workshops. Yes, Atlanta, September 12th. That one is locked in. Now, there's going to be a shift and change in the actual hotel location from what I had posted on the website. I'll be updating that in the next day or two. But we're still 2.5 weeks away. We got plenty of room. I had it that we were going to be at the Hilton Garden Inn. Actually, we've changed over to the Embassy Suites. Actually, the Embassy Suites are really nicer, personally, because the room rates are about the same, but they have this wonderful, full, omelets made to cook breakfast buffet, and they have a social hour in the evening with free drinks and stuff like that. So Embassy Suites are really nice if you want to stay at the hotel. It's always within the location close to the airport, so if you're flying in, you can catch a shuttle to the hotel and you don't have to rent a car. September 12th, Atlanta. The next one that is locked in, and you can put this on your calendar, August 17th, here in Sedona, in my home. Now, don't start sending me for registration on those yet. I do post when the registration comes open. But here's the other ones I'm looking at. Tentatively, September, 26th in Southern California. That's tentative. 2 weeks after that, on October, 10th, tentatively in Kansas City. And then the other two that I'm looking at is Washington, D.C. and Minneapolis. I had to back off on my Minneapolis dates because I'm working with some other folks who want to do a hosted workshop that is there. So, Atlanta, September 12th. Southern California, which would be in Orange County, tentative September 26th. Okay. Kansas City, tentative October 10th. Sedona, October 17th. Yes. And then after that will become Minneapolis and Washington, D.C. That will take us up to around the Thanksgiving season for the workshops. And what's going on in these workshops? Man, I've got all kinds of new material. Have you ever wondered about who this cabal is and how they came into existence and how they got there? And have you ever wondered about who this dragon family really is? Well, we're now starting to see historical evidence of the history and the development of how all of this unfolds. Where did the dragon family get all this gold? How much gold is there? Where is it? Where did it all come from? Is this stuff really real? Absolutely. I absolutely believe it is. So we talk about how did this world condition? How is all this what I call the shadow world of these shadow controllers? Where do they come from? How does this affect our world's money supply? Why do they dominate world financial issues? How does that tie into what's going on right now? And then not only that, I'm going to be able to show you some pictures that will just kind of blow you away of how all of this fits together. How the family, its background, its history, its relationship to cabal activities, what I call black and white issues and how all this happens, the gold that they have, who controls it, where does it come from, how is it going to end up being released, what is happening as we are moving into these new shifts and changes in our world with all this energy that is coming in. And then last of all, what's our responsibility? How do we create shifts and changes in this world, and how do we prepare ourselves for these upcoming shifts and changes? That's what's happening in these workshops. This is information you're not going to see hardly anywhere else compiled together in one concise day, and there's lots of information here I just cannot put onto the internet. Folks, I value my life. Now let me tell you why. Cyber attacks, attacks from and threats I've had now from other inside what I call international, what's the word that I'm looking for, security issues, agencies, stuff like that. And here was the latest one. I was talking with a friend of mine, and he said, Dave, there's a report out there going around supposedly on some of the internet blog sites that you and Mark Mersman were arrested in Salt Lake City. You know, I'm not in Salt Lake City, and this is my home office, and kind of a nice jail cell, I guess, isn't it? No, I haven't been. But see, that's the type of stupid stuff. But here's what they said. They said it had come down from a reliable federal official that I had been arrested in Salt Lake City. Folks, I haven't been, other than passing through in the airport and just changing planes, I haven't been to Salt Lake City for over 14 months. So, I'm here, all is well, but those are some of the reasons why I can't really share everything on the internet that I would like to. I value my security. I value my life. I want to be careful what I put out there. I share what I can. But some of this stuff I do get to share at the workshops. Would love to have you. Atlanta Suburb, September 12th. Sedona, October 17th. They are locked in. Tentative, Southern California on September 26th. And Kansas City on October 10th. Join me for the radio program tomorrow night. I'm going to discuss and really go into detail more about what's happening in the market issues, how things are unfolding, again, what we can do to prepare. I'll talk about these shifts and changes of the energy, how all this fits into place of what's taking place, I should say. Okay? Love all of you. Have an absolutely wonderful week. Thanks a lot. Okay. Bye-bye.